Yes, it is a bit dark. I do apologise, but it's winter time in the UK. Doesn't stop me making videos though, does it? Right, I'm going to get some nice light action for you lovely people here. This is a Volkswagen Beetle, and I keep getting an engine management light on. I'm going to try and get to the bottom of it. It's going to be an oxygen sensor because I've already checked it before, but I can't remember whether it's the front one, which is pre-cat, or the post one, which is after cat. So today I've got a King Bolin K7. I'm going to plug in the little Bluetooth OBD dongle, a little green light there. That's then going to communicate with my handheld King Bolin K7. There's a full link and review that I did on this amazing little bit of diagnostic equipment down below for you. So I'm going to start the car, and you'll see that the annoying little engine management light there stays on. So let's go into scan. As you can see, I've got two big fat faults there in red, and it's giving me an O2 sensor, bank 1, sensor 1, which for me, I'm pretty certain is pre-cat, it's in the engine. But it's also giving me a crankshaft position sensor, which to me is completely unrelated, which is a bit of a concern. One of the nice things about having a diagnostic tool like this King Bolin K7 is that once you've connected to the internet, if you click on that, you can actually do a search, and there it is, it comes up there. If I clear them, they seem to disappear, but they do come back again. So let's do one thing at a time. I'd be surprised if the O2 sensor has a knock-on effect with the crankshaft position sensor. And it says there at the bottom that sensor 1 is designated before the catalytic converter. So as I thought, luckily it's the one actually topside in the engine. Now, to get to the plug though, you are going to go underneath and have to have a look. But the first thing I'm going to do before we go start changing sensors is I'm going to see if I can get that sensor a little clean. And these control units do have a habit of sort of talking to one another, and they can have knock-on effects. So let's do one thing at a time, then we know where we are. Now, I appreciate it's dark, but it's never stopped me in the past. So let's pop the hood and have a look.
Let's move on, 'cause it's time to move on.
This light I'm using is by the Letour company. There's a link below. You get 2 in a pack. They're really handy because you can rotate the light in any direction that you want to. So as I thought, the O2 sensor is right at the back of the engine. So I'm going to wait until it's cooled down, and I may as well wait until the morning, so I've got a bit of light as well. It's amazing what a bit of sunlight does, isn't it? You can see what I'm doing now. Right, let's get into this sensor. Hopefully I can get to the back of it, but I don't know if there's going to be enough slack on the cable for me to give it a clean. Would you look at that? Have a look at this. I was just trying to work out how to get to that oxygen sensor. I've just gone under the car. I just noticed this pipe here, and it's just sitting in the air. It's not doing anything. And there's also a little split there as well. So that looks like it's been rubbing against something. And it comes from another pipe which goes down into the bottom of the engine, which is this one. And I reckon that's probably the reason why things are out of balance and the oxygen sensor fault light's coming up. So rather than playing with the oxygen sensor, let's fix this problem first. As I said before, this car has been sat, unfortunately due to COVID. I bought it for my daughter and she couldn't get a test, and it just sat on the drive, and it has been for the last 6 or so years, and I've had to sort of keep it going. But cars don't like to be standing still, they like to be driven and used. And this pipe here definitely shouldn't be in 2 halves. So what I'm going to do, before I start, as I said, looking at the oxygen sensor, is obviously come off on this little sort of what looks to be a flexible joint, but it's brittle. The plastics, well, the rubber's gone all hard. So that's not doing anything. And let's see if we can fix it and get the engine breathing as it should do. So I found a bit of pipe in the garage, which is here. I'm going to push that into just a nice diameter. I'm going to heat it up, push it into there, get some self-amalgamating tape and maybe a bit of silicone just to seal it. And then the other end, I'll cut a piece off and push it into the tube that it should have gone into. Okay. I'm going to warm that up, push it into there, and then push that down into the pipe below it. I wasn't going to film this, but you never know, there might be somebody else out there that this video could actually help you. The whole point of doing the channel is that this might just be the problem that you've got on your little Volkswagen Beetle as well. So whilst I got that pipe off, let's give it a nice little clean. This is the crankcase breather pipe. And actually look, I've just found the rest of this, what supposedly is a flexible tube that was in the side there. So this is all cracked and just breaking apart now. I'm just shaving it down just a little bit. It's a little bit fat at one end. Just giving it a little chamfer. Yeah, that's better. There, a nice seal in there now. Good. That's it, that's a nice fit in there. I don't want to push it in too tightly, otherwise I might end up cracking the rest of the pipe. And also what I'll do is I'll just give it a clean and I'll pop a little bit of sealant around there as well. Lovely. There's a tiny little hole on this side as well, so I'll put a bit of the sealant on there, and I'm just using a bit of self-amalgamating tape now to hold it all together. Good stuff this. There's a link down below. You give it a little stretch and it bonds to itself, but it's also, as you can see, it's flexible. It's like a rubber tape, which over time will just knit together. And you get this nice watertight seal. And I might as well go all the way to the other end as well. As I say, it's called self-amalgamating tape. There's a link below if you want to know where to get it. Lovely. Just finish it off with a bit more of this self-amalgamating tape. All right, well that's that all back on again. So with the car now breathing, as she should, I don't expect the fault light to go on the dash, but I'm gonna clear it. I'm gonna get my diagnostic tool out, my King Bolin K7 once more, and this time let's see if it stays away. And if it does stay away, then I know that it was just down to the car's balance with the breathing, etc. Right, let's start the car first. So the light is still on. I'm going to turn it off and back on again just in case. Now it still may be the oxygen sensor, but let's do one thing at a time and give it the benefit of the doubt. Now that I've got that pipe fixed, I'm going to get my King Bolin K7 out again, go back into the menu and let's clear the code, and then I will report back and tell you if that stays away. So to save a bit of time, what I'm going to do is go into system selection because I know where the faults were. It was in the engine electronics, and by going straight into the selection, it avoids having to do a full scan. Okay, so we're now in the control module for the engine electronics. So let's go read DTCs. And there they are. The two fault codes still showing, O2 sensor and the camshaft position sensor. So let's now clear those codes. Clear fault codes. Are you sure you want to proceed? Yes. Fault codes cleared. So as I said, normally that stays away for maybe a day or two and then we'll come back. And it could have just been down to the fact that I had a cracked breather pipe. Here's hoping. If this is your sort of thing, have a little think about subscribing. I've got a whole myriad of different videos and playlists at the end for you to enjoy and have a look at. I'll see you on the next one.